Welcome everyone to another Cube Draft. I am Edward, also known as Strategy. Last time we got to draft a sweet upheaval deck. Okay, it wasn't that sweet, but I'm glad I finally got to play it. And I'm gonna ready up here. Awesome, we get to go straight into the draft. Hopefully we open a piece of power. As always, it's always the plan. Okay, we did not. But there is an Atraxa and an Atali. There's a Prismatic Vista. Oh, and there's also a Vaultborn. Okay. I do think Atraxa is the best card in this pack, and there are three other fatties. So the chances of wheeling one are pretty high. If we want to try to do some sort of reanimator style deck or maybe sneak attack. Sneak attack's not as great because you don't have through the breach or like the shallow grave effects due to coding issues, which is really poor because through the breach is supposedly only not on here because the splice into arcane. I wish they would have just made a arena only version like they often do and just take off the splice because it's almost always irrelevant. I don't think taking a Talisman of Dominance. The only thing I could consider taking here over an Atraxa is Prismatic Vista. If I want to take the Atraxa, if it's a wasted pick, it's a wasted pick. I'm not going to let it dictate necessarily what we do moving forward. Okay, this is another kind of not exciting pack. There is a miscalc, but I don't want to take a miscalc pick 2. There's a Renin 6. There's an Ugin. An Ugin would have been fantastic in our other deck. It absolutely would have been. There's also a Misty. I'm kind of leaning towards the Misty Rainforest. It's a green in case we end up a green natural order deck like we did our first video. Maybe the Renin 6 wheels and we get to abuse it. I could consider Thirst for Discovery as a way to put Atraxa in the yard. But I want to take the Misty Rainforest here. I do think that it's the best fetch in a lot of Atraxa variants because it's both blue and green touching. I think the one right below it would be maybe a Verdant Catacombs. Alright, well, we're definitely playing Cube on hard mode today. There's a Subtlety, there's an Endurance I'm not interested in, there's a Shifting Woodlands, oh, there's a Volcanic Island. Do we just take the Volcanic Island because it's just the best card here? I do like a Baleful Strix, but that's a lot of mana to commit to this early. Atraxa is a 4-color card, but it's not really a 4-color card. It's usually like a Rakdos card, sometimes a mono green card. Yeah, let's just get good fixing and stay open. Oh, there's a Gristlebrand. That's fantastic. There's also a Dark Ritual, Sacred Foundry, Marsh Flats. These are all good. But I'm going to take the Gristlebrand. I really love this Bitter Triumph. I'm going to hope that it wheels. Alright, so now we are in the Sneak Attack waiting room. I would also like an Animate Dead or a Reanimate. Okay, here's a Bat. Xander's Lounge gets fetched off our Misty for both red and black, which is nice. There's a Torsten as well, but we already have 2 fatties, and there's a lot more that are going to wheel more than likely from our first pack. I do love a Retrofitter Foundry. Sorry, this threw me off. I think I'm supposed to take the Death here. I love this Bat, but there's not, because Shallow Grave and Corpse Dance don't exist on the client, there's less Reanimate spells available, and as much as I love Deep Cavern Bat, I'm going to have to take, with both the Atraxa and Gristlebrand, I need to prioritize a Reanimate spell. I did just say I would like a Reanimate, didn't I? Okay, okay, so we have Discard, which we just passed the Bat, so it would be nice to be able to pick it up. But we also have Removal in the form of Harvester of Misery and Cut Down. And as much as I love Duress, I think in this particular cube, there's not very many control decks that are played at the moment that I've noticed or played against. And this could definitely help wipe a board against an onboard Gut or Bombardier style deck. So let's take this, and we're kind of done looking for fatties. At least I'm not going to take one. We have like the two premium ones here. At least I'm not going to take one over like another very important spell for the archetype. There's a Preacher of Schism. What does this even do? Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you draw a card and lose a life. Void at the beginning of your end step. If a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped this turn. Okay, that seems like a lot. And it's 4 mana. I'm not really interested in that. I'm really liking the Burst Lightning, to be honest. I could also see the Schism, though. I'm going to take the Burst Lightning. Oh, yeah, Neo was pretty cool for us last draft. Oh, okay. Here's a Blood Crypt, which I do like a lot. Consider is a weak way to put something in our yard. I'm going to highlight the Blood Crypt while I'm reading. Alright, as an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card or sacrifice a permanent. Souls of the Lost, power equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. Oh, okay. Souls of the Lost seems kind of nice. But I really want to focus on our fixing. I would try a Souls of the Lost. Oh, wow. So both Itali and Vaultborn Tyrant went away, which means Natural Order, which I guess we're not really a Natural Order deck at this point, is probably not an option. Maybe someone took a sneak attack, and that's going to be kind of bad for us. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to take another fatty here, even though Crabomination's a cool one. I just really want to focus on our fixing. I'm really happy this Prismatic Vista wheeled, because we almost took it the first time. Okay, so here, now I'm glad I took the Volcanic Island, because we get the Thirst for Discovery. That's one thing that's really nice about taking mana early, is that it kind of opens you up to obviously play more colors later, but it just makes your deck so much smoother. And if you can cast your spells, it's much higher win rate. I don't like any of this. I guess out of Spirit, I'll take the Endurance. Okay, here's another Rakdos land, which I do like over Deathrite Shaman. Oh, Retrofitter came around, but Ketria gets red off Misty, and we don't currently have... Oh, no, we do have red off Misty because of Mist. Yeah, let's take this. I don't care too much about any of these. Oh, the Nia came around. We're probably not going to play it, but there we go. Oh, a Time Walk. Fantastic. That, No, there's an Entomb? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be absolutely kidding me. So Bitter Triumph's already gone, keep in mind. Oh my gosh. Okay. So if this was like a team draft or something, you're supposed to take the Time Walk. But since this is 1v1 or best of one, I mean, Entomb is the better card for our deck, sadly. What's really sad is that I've seen Entomb go very late. Like, I think it was in our first draft, I think Entomb and Wheel of Fortune were the last two cards in a pack one time. Man. I really want this Entomb, but I think I'm supposed to take the Entomb, but I'm not going to pass the Time Walk. I do believe that deep down Entomb is the better card. Okay, so here's a nice pack. I really wish we had this workshop last time, earlier, so we could take higher CMC artifacts. But we have Chrome Mox, which is nice to accelerate us. And we have Library, which is a way that we can potentially discard. We also have a Dark Slick Shores, which I guess Misty Rainforest and Prismatic Vista are technically blue-black fetching lands, but because of the Blood Crypt. Oh, I'm sorry, not the Blood Crypt. Oh yeah, no, Misty doesn't. We didn't take the Xander's Lounge. That's right. My apologies. I also like the Sleight of Hand, but I'm gonna take the Library here, just as a way to discard. Since we gave up on the Entomb, it's unlikely to wheel. Grist is another way we can put things in the yard, but we don't have solid green fixing yet, so let's just take the Library. Oh, fantastic. There's a Jace Vryn's Prodigy. That's very good for discarding. There's also a Kulgan's Command I would love to wheel, but I doubt it. There's our best friend Gut that we seem to see every draft. We see Gut twice as much as we've seen Bombardiers, and we've drafted quite a lot of Gut Bombardiers decks. So yeah, let's take the Vrins. Also, now that's really rewarding our Time Walk pick. Okay, Natural Order was open, so I wonder why they took a Vaultborn. I think Sneak Attack's probably the only other solid reason to take a Vaultborn there. So I don't want, obviously I don't want the Natural Order at this time, but let's see, what else is there? So Murderous Cut, Sunbaked Canyon doesn't do much for us. There's a Manamorphose. Maybe thinning our deck and fixing our mana a little bit is worth it. It could also help us get double black, or 2 more black pips for Gristlebrand in a pinch. Yeah, this pack's not exciting for us. I understand the Murderous Cut pick, but I'm going to just take the Manamorphose here. Oh, a Lion's Eye Diamond? Okay, there's a breeding pool if we do want decent green fixing. There's also a Mind Twist, which we're not an accelerating deck, so I'm not a fan of that. I don't see anything else in here that really works well for our deck. You could argue like Elvish Mystic if we want to try to wheel that Natural Order, but I'm not going to. Let's just take the the breeding pool. Okay, here's a Night's Whisper. That's actually really nice, and it can help us overdraw. There's also a Abhorrent Oculus. We don't have too many ways to put cards in our yard, though. We do have a couple fetches, but I'm going to take the Night's Whisper. Ooh, there's a Wheel of Fortune, and there's also a Tursa. I do like Wheel of Fortune. What is it? Oh, Dreams of Steel and Oil. No, thank you. Generous Plunder, Carnage. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Tursa. I would hate for our life death to be in our hand when we had the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, here's a Faithless Looting, which I do love in this particular deck. Misty doesn't need to get white mana. I mean, yes, we have a Atraxa, but I'm going to take the Faithless Looting. I do think that's kind of tailor-made for us. So if we took the wheel and we'd probably take the Leovold here. As it stands, oh, there's really just not much for us here, is there? You know, let's just take the Leovold anyways. We probably won't play it, but who knows. Workshop did wheel. What a crime. What an absolute crime. I guess we're going to take Tamiyo because Tamiyo goes well with Time Walk. This is going to be another really weird deck. Yeah, I do think that's... Oh, yes, I love this. I absolutely love this Kulgan's Command. I do think that someone to our left or right is drafting Reanimator, though, because we've seen, like, very little. And remember, the Entomb didn't wheel. Yeah, let's take the Fiery Confluence. Sure, we'll take a free Lion's Eye Diamond. We'll take a free Quarry Steel Cutter. Yeah, that's too bad that Entomb didn't wheel. I was really hoping it would, but of course I figured it wouldn't. We'll take the Carnage Interpreter, of course. Well, I'm really regretting not taking the Wheel of Fortune now. Oh, there's a Demonic Tutor. Okay. I was going to say I'm probably going to take this Polluted Delta, but with only one Reanimate spell and not very many ways to put something in the yard, we need to focus on this Demonic Tutor. I don't think it's close particularly. Reanimate, yes. Oh, but there's a frog as well. Okay. This might seem blasphemous, but Frog can win on its own. Okay, so there's pros and cons actually. So, because we're not going to have too many creatures, I think. So, like a turn 2 Frog probably just gets eaten by their first removal spell. I love this Frog, but I'm going to take this Reanimate. I'm hoping that Inquisition wheels, or maybe even Liliana, or maybe even Emperor of Bones. Actually, because Emperor of Bones is in, are we supposed to take the Frog because there's 2? Surely there's not 3 Reanimator drafters. Let's take the Frog. Famous last words. I'm going to hope... Oh, yes, Vampiric Tutor. That's definitely a reward for taking the Frog. Because now we have 3 Reanimate spells with Demonic Tutor, Death, and Vampiric Tutor. NT isn't bad. I would actually really like a Verdant Catacomb wheel or a Treasure Comb wheel. Treasure Comb? Treasure Cruise. Snapcaster is also nice because of the Time Walk. But yeah, we're going to take this Demonic Tutor. Okay, Yawgmoth's Will. We have a Lotus Petal. We have a Preordain. We're not really a Lotus Petal deck. And honestly, we have an LED, but like we're not storming. So let's just take the Preordain and smooth out our draws, hopefully. Savai Triumph. There's a Tendrils if we did want to try to go. Balance is actually a really nice spell, but we don't have hardly any white fixing. We have a Prismatic Vista. So I'm actually going to take the Ponder, which I really do like here, all kidding aside. It would be nice to get like a white touching Triome at this point, but I kind of doubt it. Oh, here's a fetchable black off Misty. I love Grief here, but sadly I think I'm taking this Watery Grave. Maybe it's not sadly, maybe it's fantastic, but I'm taking the Watery Grave. Okay, pick 7. Oh, we have a Snuff Out. We also have a Fire Covenant. I'm not a Wasteland deck. So it's between Fire Covenant and Snuff Out. Fire Covenant's a sweeper and is going to make us pay some life, but Snuff Out is just free, which is really nice. I have the Kolaghan's Command already. Yeah, I'm going to take the Fire Covenant. Or the Fire Covenant. Oh, Sneak Attack on the last possible pack. But there's also a Persist, which can only get Harvester right now. And there's also a Borogoyf. Yeah, we're going to take the Sneak Attack. I do wish that we had a 4th Fatty now with the Sneak Attack, but it is what it is. Okay, here's a white touching Triome on the wheel, which is nice. There's also a Spell Pierce, but we're not a Spell Pierce deck. We're just trying to do our thing. So now with the white touching Triome, we have the Atraxa that we can get. Okay, I do like Inquisition, and I even love Undercity Sewers, but we already have a Watery Grave, and we need Reanimate spells, and Emperor of Bones is a Reanimate spell. So I'm glad that that Frog pick worked out. We didn't get actual Reanimate, but you know what? We have Death. It's a decent interpretation. And now we have 4 Reanimate spells. Oh, FOMO is a way to discard as well. Felia on the wheel, that's criminal. Maybe we just need to force Boros every draft and then no one will want to watch. Oh, maybe some people would want to watch. I mean, sure, we'll take the Razor Verge. I doubt we play it. We only have 1 white card we care about. Okay, I do like the Commercial District, specifically for Tameo if we decide to play it. I don't care about any of these. Yeah, that's a crime. If Boros is supposedly the best deck, one of their decent plus 1 drops should probably not go last picked. Okay, so we have a few cuts to make. I'm not playing a Plains. That's very blasphemous. That's 16 lands now. I do like playing a Mountain because of our Prismatic. I don't like playing a forest. We have an Endaltha Triome and a breeding pool. But I guess that's our only other source if we do want to play this Tamiya. But you know what? I'm okay with Tamiya being cast off Manamorphose or just we only having 3 green sources, although that's probably not enough. We go from 3 to 5. Maybe we can't afford that. Hmm. What do I want my other basic to be? I don't think we're a retrofitter deck, unfortunately. So that's an easy cut. I do like FOMO. I like Knight's Whispers, Emperor of the Bones, Demonic Tutor, Jace, Ponder. Thirst for Discovery is nice. Tersa. Okay, maybe it's Carnage Interpreter. I could also see Fiery Confluence. We're not huge into white, or red, I mean. And we do have we did pick up a Fire Covenant as a sweeper, and we also have Harvester of Misery, singular misery. So yeah, let's cut the Fiery Confluence as well. So we need to do one more land, I think, and one more spell, which is probably going to be the Carnage Interpreter. Now it's just what color. So black is the most dominant, but 3 of our black sources are fatties, so that ties it with blue, black, and red. So that's kind of funny. So maybe I just get a second mountain. Yeah, I like second mountain. Okay. Also, it's -1 blue if you take out the Atraxa as well, so it's between red and black still. So yeah, let's do that. All right, let's hope to redeem ourselves. I'm not too excited about this deck, but if we can get a frog into a reanimate spell, I like our chances. Having 2 tutors is just so nice. For those that watched the Natural Order video, the Vamp Tutor and the Demonic Tutor just carried that deck. Absolutely carried that deck. Yeah, we like this. Hopefully we can find a fatty with the Preordain, and we're going first. I can't imagine. There's not going to be a lot of keeps I keep on top that aren't fatties at this point. We have the Blood Crypt, is why I'm doing that. Oh, we don't need the Colgan's Command because we have the Fire Covenant. And the next turn, I'm probably still going to play Raucous Theater. Oh, I lied. Now I'm going to play Jace. Forest does make me happy because we have a Fire Covenant, and Fire Covenant is historically great against Forest decks. Not great against that. Okay, so let's... Do we Raucous Theater first? Let's see. If we're trying to find a fatty that's not named Harvester, I think we're supposed to preordain first, because I would hate for this to be a fatty. We keep it on top, and then we kind of waste our preordain. So with that logic, I am going to preordain first. Okay, here's a life death. I do like the life death. I'm going to keep the life death. The forest we do not need. We already have a green. No attacks. And so next turn we are likely to play the Blood Crypt untapped and just shove a sneak attack into play. Oh. Maybe we'll just reanimate the Harvester. I think that's worth it to reanimate the Harvester. We still have the Covenant if we need it. I'm going to block the 1/1 first, obviously. Seems like the best course of action for us. Okay, we don't need the Blood Crypt now. And remember, I can always sorcery speed this to get the Harvester. Ooh! Oh, yes. Absolute yes. Let's activate. Let's put the Atraxa in the yard. That does flip the Jace, which is fantastic. Let's get the Swamp out there, because now we can hold up Harvester or Burst Lightning. Okay, we definitely want the Frog. Oh, that's an enchantment. That's so good. Instant. I think we like the Vamp for the Time Walk, which we could upkeep. Oh, we just have natural Time Walk. Do we have a blue source? No, I don't think we have the blue source. Yeah, we tapped the blue source, unfortunately. Sure, we'll take a Volcanic. Yeah, that seems fine. That seems a little good. And we have double Time Walk even. Yeah. Do I care about leaving up removal? I probably do. I don't think we need anything off this Vamp now that we just found the natural Time Walk. Do we discard the FOMO too, I guess? I mean, being able to attack twice with it actually is not bad. What do we need? Sorcery, land, instant. We need creature. Well, I'm not getting rid of... Okay, we can get rid of the Harvester, I guess. That's probably fine. Oh, no, we just get rid of the sneak attack at this point because we can hardcast the Harvester. And so this lets us double attack with Atraxa and Time Walk. So I think they're dead if they don't answer the board. This is one of the pro reasons to taking Time Walk is that if you've already done your thing, you can kind of just win the game. Kind of like those familiar with Vintage Oath. Time Walk is the most important card in that deck. In my opinion, even more so than Lotus or any of the Moxen. Just being able to... The problem with Oath is that you have to pass the turn, theoretically, for a couple turns, because 20 divided by 7, you have to attack 3 times. So, very seldomly do they have 14 or less life, and even then you're passing the turn in Vintage, and that's never a good thing. But Time Walk means you don't pass the turn, so you could theoretically win on the same turn. And honestly, if we had a blue untapped, the game would be over. Okay, if that's all they're doing, I'm okay with this. We are going to gain 7 life because they have to attack, which is amazing. Yep, that's fine. I'll just block the Rabble. This stays at 5. We can still minus it for Time Walk if we need to, but I highly doubt it. They know we have the Time Walk and the Fear, so maybe they just don't care or they don't realize. This does gain them life, but I just don't know if it's going to matter. Yeah, let's just go to our turn. Oh, there's a library. That's nice. Let's draw a card. Let's Time Walk. Excuse me. Let's FOMO. We do have to discard a card, so I guess we're going to discard this Volk. Knight's Whisper, nice. I mean, a lot of this doesn't really matter. Oh, does this have to attack? Oh, when this creature enters. Oh, no. Yeah, whenever this creature attacks. It's fine. We'll get it next turn. Yep, you're going to gain 3 life, draw a card, make a 3/3. None of it's really relevant. Library is so much fun. Let's cast this Time Walk. Bye-bye, Time Walk. It was nice knowing you. Yeah, let's just go to combat. I don't... Does this... That's fine. Because it would have died anyways. I may be able to attack with the Atraxa regardless, but yeah, they know they're dead now. That was cool. That was a cool sequence of plays. And the Time Walk enabled that. The Entomb would not have. So at least, at minimum, we get the cool factor going. All right, 1-0. Famous 1-0 starts. 1-0 starts have not necessarily been good to us. That Atraxa was an amazing draw, of course. Okay, so this is... I mean, I'm keeping. It's just, do I want to get the commercial district, which I think I do. I was thinking I could play tapped Watery Grave or even untapped and Preordained first, but yes, I'm very glad I'm getting the commercial district now because we're going to kill that on sight. That is a decent fast clock that I learned the hard way last time. Let's just get the commercial district, I think. We don't need swamp. Don't really need island either, but I'm probably going to play it. Okay. Let's play the island. Let's play Preordain. Oh, there's a Jace and an Emperor of the Bones. We don't have a fatty yet. Next turn we can... Let's see. What happens if we draw a fatty, though? I'm going to keep these and just hope that we draw a fatty soon off of them. I do think that these are both very powerful effects. We still have the Covenant if they're trying to trick us and get us to commit to this. Oh, wow. We get punished for not sorcery speeding it? That's incredible. Well, that's good on our opponent, I suppose. And now this is going to be a 4 toughness. Yeah, that hurts. This monstrous rage card, I know it's a menace in standard, but it being in cube, I'm just not used to combat tricks in cube. Okay. Well, that makes me happy. So we're going to need to pay 6 life here. Alright, we're almost dead. If we can find an Atraxa here, I'd be very happy. Okay, there's also a sneak attack, but probably not sneak attacking. Let's just play the Jace and the Emperor, and then next turn we can... Oh, you know what? Let's play the Metamorphose first. I guess if I was going to do that, I should have played it first. We'll do it next turn. I mean, I wouldn't mind reanimating a Lelia or a Evora, because it's a way to discard, but we already have a discard. It only sticks around for 1 turn, keep in mind. Let's just take the Evora. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but... Oh, Screaming Nemesis. That has haste, too. That's not good. Why does this have to be a 3/3 and not a 2/2? Black, red. Okay, there's a time walk. I like that. Hmm. Okay, I'm not in love with that. Not in love with that either. This is going to be a tricky one. I wish this reduced toughness. That's not good for the home team. It's time walk. Let's see. I think it's better to Evora now. Because that lets us see another card. Because the blood. This is a very fun game, even though we're probably going to lose. All right, let's top deck an Atraxa. Top deck an Atraxa, anyone? That could be an Atraxa. Oh, baby! Okay. Sneak attack. Activate. Put in the Atraxa. Gristlebrand, Culligan's Command. Tameo, Time Walk. Oh, the mountain is nice. Yes. Submit. Play the mountain. Play the Gristlebrand. Good game. And that's called playing to your outs, folks. That was an incredible game. And I said that before I knew I was going to win, so I'm unbiased. Yeah, that was fantastic. I liked every decision we made there, obviously. I might have messed something up along there, but in the moment I didn't notice anything. That was fantastic. Uh, you know what also couldn't have won us that game? Probably Entomb. I'm just absolutely going against everything I said about the Entomb in the draft. But you know what? Whatever. We're 2-0. We're 2-0. We have the best two fatties to sneak attack and reanimate. We even have a board sweeper fatty. When I thought we were going to be just reanimator, I didn't like having a fourth. But now that we're sneak and show, I do wish we had a fourth. But that's okay. Yeah, we like this. This is a FOMO into a Tursa, maybe. And then we can Demonic Tutor for the other half once we find the first half. So yeah, we're going to keep. Play this in Daltha tapped. Hmm. I'm just thinking if I want to cast the Metamorphose first. Excuse me. And I think the answer is yes. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I did red-black. I did red-black in case I wanted to play the Demonic Tutor or the Fear, but yeah, we're going to play this Night's Whisper here. Okay. And now we can go probably Tursa just because it's more mana efficient. I hope our opponent doesn't have Graveyard Hate. But yeah, next turn we get to reanimate, so that's great. I guess I just get rid of the Watery Grave? 2 lands, whatever. That's a free discard to FOMO later, because we already have green in play. We have all of our mana sources are green in play currently. Alright, I'm tired of drawing lands, so I'm going to play the Prismatic. Let's crack it. See, we only have 1 red source, so let's get another red. Making sure we do have double black, right? Yes, we do. That's black. That's black. Let's get another red source. Let's Demonic Tutor. Now, they could have Endurance, but if they have Endurance, that's fine. I'm honestly not upset at all if they have Endurance. Okay, they don't, which is great. Let's see. Frog, Thirst, Time Walk, Tameo. Just kind of doing it all. I'll even take a Raucous, why not? It's too bad we don't discard before. Excuse me. Don't need the green. We honestly don't need the Raucous either. I do want to guarantee a land drop. Make sure we can develop our mana still. Okay. Our opponent still hasn't done anything. Overlord? Okay. That's fine. Now I think we just win. Good game, 3-0. This is definitely bringing me back Oath vibes for those of you that know me or have followed me in the last few years, basically since COVID. Love me an Oath deck. All right, we are 3-0. Let's see what happens in our next match. Yeah, Time Walk is just so strong. Absolutely incredible. I'm really glad I took it, but it was tough. It was still a tough choice. And results oriented, obviously, the Time Walk was a slam dunk. But we did barely get enough enablers, I think, for the reanimate portion. Okay, so this can get Watery Grave. We could also just get our Triome if we would. I'm going to keep. I think I'm going to Ponder, though, and I'm just willing to. Ooh, okay. Yeah, let's Ponder for a red or black source, because we already have one. Okay, we like this. Shuffle, decline. case they're a white-black deck. I guess if they discard this, that's fine, but it's gonna be kind of annoying still. Okay, Blade Splicer, that's annoying. Alright, so now I'm gonna go Misty, kill something on their turn, and then untap and potentially Colligan's Command the rest of their board. Yeah, this is 2 mana to discard, that's good. Ancient Tomb is very strong for them. When this creature enters, each opponent exiles a card from their hand. You may play that card as long as it remains exiled. Okay, I don't think I care about that per se. I can just make that the Vamp Tutor. I do want him to spend, or they, I do want them to spend their energy on something before I do anything. So yeah, I get to choose. So let's just take the Vamp. And they get to see the Vamp now, I think? I don't know. Oh, that was actually bad because they can put it on the construct now. Please don't put it on the 3/3. That'll be so good. Okay, thank God. And now next turn I get to just kill the 2/1 and the 3/3 at least. Oh, they do have... Okay, they probably didn't have interaction there because I can't imagine why they wouldn't play the island first if they had interaction. So I'm still just going to say go. Destroy target artifact, deal 2 damage. So destroy artifact, deal 2 damage. Okay, that just resolved. What does this do? Whenever this creature attacks, you may pay 2. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's hit the commercial district. That's a time walk. I guess we'll take it. It is a punish for not doing what I did earlier and playing the preordained first. I mean, yeah. Yeah, let's take both. Now, if this flips, this exiles, doesn't it? Okay, yeah, so that means I can just sneak attack Jason to play next turn, I believe, and keep him. Not to mention, I can always just upkeep and get an Atraxa or a Gristlebrand. Yeah, I think it's correct to play the sneak attack here. And now I can upkeep probably Atraxa. Atraxa sees 10 cards, Gristlebrand only sees 7. Oh, also, I'm probably not going to have the life for the Gristlebrand. Yeah, I'm not going to have the life for the Gristlebrand. Okay, Thieving Skydiver just as a blocker. We could just Wrath their board again. Oh, I didn't upkeep. No, I got ahead of myself. Well, that's not fantastic. Let's activate Sneak and do the play. I hope that works. Activate. Discard the Faithless, I think. Because now I can go Time Walk Night's Whisper. Or I could even go Time Walk Vamp Tutor, actually. Do I want a Knight's Whisper first? Excuse me. I don't think I do. If I do Knight's Whisper first... Let's just Time Walk. Into Vamp Tutor. Everything just seems to be resolving. Okay, yes, the Jace did stick. Okay, let's... No, let's just do this. Excuse me. I wish we were at one more life, because then I would just route their board now. But they can't block everything, and we can always reanimate. Yep, that's fine. We could also draw 7, theoretically. I think I like just leaving up Fire Covenant. And then next turn we can just reanimate. Do I want to draw 7? I just really don't think we need to. I guess we have the life. So let's see. Worst case scenario, this puts attacking into play. Endures 1. I don't know what endures means. Oh, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature or create a 1/1. Okay. So this could be potentially 1, 2. I doubt they have a haster. Let's draw the 7. This could also get another creature for us to block in an emergency. Okay. Alright. Let's end the turn. Those will go away. We will continue passing. Don't need... Oh, don't need... Don't need... Probably don't need... Alright, there we go. This even plays around a Daze, but not a Spell Pierce. We do go to 8 here, which is notable. Okay, yeah, they just don't have anything. Good game. Good game. This deck, I didn't have high hopes for it, but I mean, our interaction is sweet. We have the best fatties. We got the sneak attack Jace into Time Walk. That was amazing. I'm glad I kept both of those with Preordain. Yeah, that's a little 4-0 action going on. All right, let's do this again. Who needs Through the Breach, right? Okay, I'm actually not in love with this hand. But I don't think it's enough to get rid of it. We just hope to draw lands, and I am glad I'm playing 17. Yeah, I'm really not in love with this hand. I can definitely see mulliganing this, but we're all set up. We just need lands, and lands are our most common draw in the entire deck. Okay, our opponent has a turn 1 Mox Sapphire. That's not good for us. Thinking maybe they have a counterspell. This is sadly one of those hands where I kind of wish we were on the play. Okay, they probably have a counterspell. They thought for a very long time. Sadly, I think this Vamp Tutor is just going to find us a land. Oh, a Sentinel? That's fine. I don't feel good about this, but I really want to land. Excuse me. We could also do a Night's Whisper, I guess. Night's Whisper has to be good, right? FOMO is not a bad one either. Yeah, I think I'm going to get the Night's Whisper. It's not a guaranteed land, but it's kind of likely. Okay, we did get the land. Now we need one more land. I wonder what our opponent tanked on game 1 or turn 1. Okay, can we please get an untapped land? If we can get an untapped land here, I love our chances. Unfortunately, them having Scythe into fetch land is abysmal for us. And I do wish we had a snuff out effect to kind of punish them for putting these counters on the Sentinel. Oh, they didn't want to... Oh, okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're not technically dead. Yeah, we were even on the play this game, but the Mox kind of stole the play from us, and we had a very slow start. Not to mention we took 4 damage ourselves. Yep. They didn't want to do it again? I guess, okay, no. If they put the top, that makes sense, because it's 1 damage between 2, so it only stops a fetch. And in our case, that's not going to do much. What do we even draw here? Nothing? I don't think anything gets us out. Especially now. Huh, that's funny. So had we been able to live, we would have been able to do our thing. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Let's see what their last cards were. Okay. Well, that's kind of embarrassing losing to this, but that's fine. Just the Scythe Cub put on way too much of a clock, way too fast. All right, our first loss, but that's okay. Our hand would have panned out if we were... Oh, okay, yeah, here's a turn 1 library hand. Yes, please. Our hand would have panned out if they weren't very fast. Excuse me. Oh, now we have a Gristlebrand as well. That's fantastic. Let's just draw now. Okay, that's a time walk. I don't think I'm going to play it yet. That's not good for us. Let's pretend like we have a force of will effect. Oh man, we didn't hit it. Darn. Wow, they're blowing up both of our lands. I was hoping they'd have something else besides the Woodfall, but... Oh, okay. Well, now I wish I discarded the Gristlebrand. That's horrible. Wow, imagine if we just discarded the Gristlebrand. Oh, wait. But we don't have black. But we have Manamorphose. Yeah, I'm dumb. Okay. Let's hope they don't have a piece of removal. Oh, you're going to reanimate my Gristlebrand, buddy? Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to at least show them that I could have... Wait. Why can't I death? Oh, is death only my graveyard? Yeah, it is only my graveyard. That's horrible. They probably have a Spell Pierce effect or some type of counterspell. They can have all the counterspells in the world here. Well, good game. All right, well, those were two abysmal games. Our opponent having the reanimate spell, animate dead specifically, was kind of a bummer for us. The life death wouldn't have been great on the Torsten anyways, but all right, let's come back and get our win, please. Those last two losses were definitely abysmal, but you know what? That happens. It's called variance. Okay. Yeah, I like this. Let's keep. We can draw up to 7, discard the Atraxa immediately. Of course, they have blue-black, which scares me. Let's just do this. We can get red off of Prismatic Vista for Fear next turn, FOMO next turn. Do we want to discard the FOMO? I mean, not discard the FOMO, but play the FOMO, because it would be nice to be able to Atraxa and FOMO in the same turn. Yeah, let's do that. Let's wait. Let's get rid of this. We don't need that. And now we can say go with library up. I do think I want to upkeep it in case they have a Hull Breacher. Oh, that's not. I need to do it over here. That was almost bad. Just want to play around a Hull Breacher. There's no Bowmasters because there's no like Universes Beyond, which is nice. Preacher, okay. I'm okay with this. Oh, and now we even have the Fire Covenant to wipe their board after? That seems great. And then we can Time Walk. Yeah, so we do this, then we can Time Walk and Fire Covenant next turn if they don't have interaction. I'm just debating if I want to play the Prismatic Vista. let's shock this. And let's hope they don't have a reanimate, or not a reanimate, a counterspell, which they might. They did pause. That's not great for us. Yep, here comes a force. That's too bad. Let's hope that they don't have their own... Oh, a daze? Oh, that's so brutal. Okay, at least they didn't have a reanimate spell. So now I can frog into Covenant. I can also just frog Time Walk, right? Yeah, I can frog Time Walk. I could have drawn. That was a misplay. I thought I was at 5. I was at 7. I can't do all of it. So yeah, let's just frog Time Walk here. Yeah, let's Night's Whisper. Okay. I don't hate this. Okay, there's a sneak attack. That's nice. That makes me not want to play the Jace now. And I think I do want to just Fire Covenant them while they're tapped out. Okay, they get to see their demise. We do have a way to get back Time Walk even. And remember, we still have Emperor of the Bones, so we can still Atraxa. If they play a bunch of small creatures, we still have the Harvester. Okay, yeah, they couldn't beat it. Yeah, that daze was, I mean, maybe it wasn't embarrassing to walk into, but I thought it was a force. So I figured if they had the force, they had the force. And because we played the creature first, it meant it couldn't have been negation that they paused on. Okay, well, we are quote-unquote in the money. Oh, we got a stock up. Nice. Let's see if we can get a 6th win. This has been a very fun deck, a very fun draft. It was a scary draft, but it was a fun draft. Yeah, I like this. We have Commercial District into some cantrips to find black mana. I could also just Island into Ponder and maybe play a Psychic Frog turn 2, but in case they're an aggro deck, I actually wouldn't mind getting the red mana down. Any black source I keep on top. It's kind of a slam dunk. Not knowing what they are is also kind of abysmal, because if it's a fatty, I obviously want to discard it, but if they have a reanimate, we're just dead. Opponent's still thinking. I saw them put one card back. Oh, no, they just mulligan. They weren't... Okay, never mind. So this is their second mulligan. I thought they put a card back. It was just the fast animation for a mulligan. So they're on 5. They're still thinking. So maybe it's not a great 5, or maybe they're just debating about what to put back. That's probably more likely. Either way, I'm just going to slam dunk this commercial district, and then maybe this burst lightning can kind of hit their only threat if they're an aggro deck. Okay, they did go to 5. That's a black source. Really glad we picked up that watery grave. If we didn't pick up that watery grave, I probably would have had to pick up the Undercity Sewers. Okay, yep. That is okay with me. So now we can just ponder. I think I'm going to sorcery speed kill this because I would hate for them to have a mana tithe because I am going to ponder here. Sneak attack doesn't do much on this board, so let's just shuffle. Got a mountain anyways, fantastic. Sarcasm. Likely discarding that to a fear of missing out. Okay, Karzev. I am glad I killed the other creature now. I think now we just run out a frog. And let's hope they don't have a Swords to Plowshares. If they have a Lightning Bolt, I will discard this land and this Preordain. If they attack, I'm just going to take it. I'm not going to get cute and block the Ragavan. If it was an actual Ragavan, I would consider blocking it, but not the token Ragavan that this generates. The OG Ragavan. We are looking at the Psychic Frog a lot. Okay, Sunbaked Canyon. That's likely the last land in their hand. Opponent doing a lot of thinking. I was going to say, so clearly they don't have a Swords, because I think they would have just jammed it immediately. Yep, this is going to get them 2 counters on their staff, but if they're taking time to draw cards off staff, because staff does cost mana, that's fine. I am still just going to stick to keep taking the damage. I would hate to take the damage, or to discard, block, and then they have a Lightning Bolt, and now I have to discard basically my entire hand. When I have Kolaghan's Command, and Kolaghan's Command is just going to wreck this board. That's fine. I get to kill that now. It's that or take their last card in hand. Or I guess I could just leave this and do last card in hand plus figure. Because they played the Sunbake, excuse me. Excuse me. Because they played the Sunbake, this is very likely not a land. So maybe I just let them have their staff. Let's see what we do first. Or, yeah, see what happens first. Okay, that's a Jace. Let's see if they want to block. I kind of hope they do, honestly. At this point, I'd rather kill a creature than draw a card. I really wish this was the other Rakdos 3 spell we had. If you want to block, that's fine. Oh, do you want to double block? Okay, yeah, I was going to say that seems abysmal. Okay, let's preordain. Maybe we find a Fire Covenant, but because I am playing this Kolaghan's Command basically no matter what, I'm not going to be able to play my 2/2 drops this turn. Let's preordain. I actually don't want this, and I kind of don't want... Do I want the Night's Whisper? What's my life total? 14? Maybe taking 3? Because I am killing figure no matter what here. Taking 3. What's in our yard? Let's just bottom it. Okay, another land isn't the end of the world, I suppose. I would rather have double red than double black. And 2 damage to any target. Destroy target artifact, I think is going to be better in the long run. Now they can hit me for 3. Okay, I think that's what they just drew this turn. Okay, they're probably going to play a blocker now. Otherwise, they're just letting me get so much advantage off Frog. Okay, Flage was their last card. I will protect my Frog if that's what they... Okay. They target me, that's fine. We have life to play with. I'm excited that I got rid of the Night's Whisper at this point. Okay, we do not need these lands, folks. Let's attack. I'm not willing to discard yet. Okay, there's a Tursa. A Tursa can come down next turn. I mean, it can come down now, I suppose. We don't need the green mana. And I think I'm going to play the Tursa next turn. So let's play the Raucous. Demonic Tutor. What's in our yard? Currently nothing, because Grossobrand's on the bottom of our deck. That's probably still better than an average draw, I would imagine. Because oh yeah, because this can get Time Walk. Yeah. And then let's play the Jace. And then we can always discard the Tursa and the Swamp to protect from a Bolt if we really want to. Okay, that's good news for us. It means they're probably taking this turn off. I know that that means they could have Flage if they get one more card in the graveyard. Yeah, we're just going to block the Ragavan. I don't care if Fear dies at all. In fact, I'd rather Fear die than Jace. Hired Claw. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so Demonic Tutor for Time Walk. Let's flip the Jason now, I think. That doesn't do a whole lot. But it is a big creature. Do I need a fetch? I do want to keep a land in the yard. Okay, there's a Gristlebrand. Okay, let's discard this Gristlebrand, I suppose. Okay, so now we can hit Time Walk off of the Tursa if we want. Or not want, but if we can. Or maybe... So I can attack with this, trigger it, and then give my frog a jump. Also, how is this not at 4? Oh, it is at 4. Okay. See what we hit off the Tursa. I do think I want the frog to be able to untap and attack again. Let's resolve that. Okay, we hit Kulgan's command, which is not the greatest. Land, ponder, demonic tutor, sadly. Yeah, maybe we just do another land. Okay. We do get to draw a card, which is nice. Let's attack. I'm going to discard this breeding pool. Okay. So now we're going to time walk again. Play the Volk. End the turn. And then now we have Gristlebrand. It's too bad I can't gain life. Do we want to just pop this for Demonic Tutor? So I can sneak attack. Oh, I can't do it all. No, okay. Okay. It's too bad I don't have one more life. But this lets me attack with Gristlebrand twice, I think. No, because I don't have a 4th card in the yard. But I can discard with Frog. Yeah, let's not be terrible at this game, please. Wait, no. I'm sorry. I am being terrible at this game. I don't need to sneak attack. I need to... this. Okay, yeah. I was going to say, I'm about to discard the Harvester, get back the Gristlebrand, attack twice. Alright, so that was good. Sorry it took me. I just did not want to mess that up, especially being our last loss. That would have been a really bad, feels bad. Alright, this is our last match. Regardless, let's hope we can get there. We do go first. We don't have blue, but we have the Manamorphose for blue, so that means that this is probably a slam dunk hand. Because we get to go turn 2 Jace. I'm just going to do blue-black. Oh, is this a Mana Tithe? Okay, that's fine. We still have Tursa in Kolgan's command. Yeah, I'd rather the Mana Tithe than Manamorphose, like, any day of the week. Oh. Okay. Yeah, let's just play this and start getting some damage in. Get rid of our 2 unplayables. We could have kept it back, but I think for now that's just what I want to do. Now we do have to play things at sorcery speed. Oh, look. Playing things at sorcery speed. Ooh, okay. I don't hate that Tameo. Sadly, if I make them discard a card, they're just gonna discard the Cauldra, but maybe that's still fine. I could make myself discard a card, but I don't like. You know what? Let's get more information. Let's play the Raucous Theater. Okay, we don't want the Swamp. Target player discards a card, 2 damage. This means they probably have like a Solitude or something if it's a pause here. I don't know what else they would have. Oh, they might have like a Lightning Bolt, I guess. Never mind. They could have a few things. Oh, no, they were just deciding. Okay. And, yeah. I think I still like attacking. I do wish we can get a blue source. I would love to get a blue source. Potentially get back a Kolgan's command. Unfortunately, with the way this game is going, that Mana Tithe not hitting our effective blue source is kind of a punish here. Okay. Well, that's abysmal. This Jit's actually really going to matter. That might be game if I can't find a way to, like, a sneak attack off the top. Sneak attack off the top? Oh, a Covenant. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We can't wait till their turn, unfortunately. And luckily they can't kill the Tursa either. Oh, I'm so dumb. Yeah, I'm really dumb. I'm really, really dumb. Alright, I deserve this loss. Yep, I absolutely deserve this loss. Wow. Well, good game. Well, we finished 6-3. That's not bad. I don't know if we're getting there anyways with that hand, since we never drew either a payoff for Reanimator or not landing that Jace. If we landed that Jace, that would have been good. So it turns out that Mana Tithe was just fantastic for them. But if I draw a blue source, I get to keep my Jace, and kind of just go off. Or if I ever draw like a Reanimate or a Emperor, like that game could have gone the other way for sure, but it didn't, and that's fine. Let's look at the deck. This deck was a lot of fun. Okay, so do I regret not playing any of these? So far, no. Yeah, it would have been kind of nice, I suppose, to like have Fiery Confluence, but it's double red, and the only if I'm double redding, I'd rather be sneak attacking. So okay, going back, we do have a lot of cantrips and draws and tutors, which I think is what kind of got us to those 6 wins. Just being able to be consistent with our putting Atraxa into play. And then because we took the Time Walk over the Entomb, it meant that finding the Time Walk once we've kind of put a fatty into play, it was just game over in most circumstances. Getting able to abuse the Time Walk with the Jace is fantastic. The sneak attack into Jace was also kind of cute. We never got to do the Tameo thing, which is fine, I suppose, but yeah, I like all of these cards. The Thirst, I don't think we ever got to do either, but yeah, everything else just really pulled its weight, and this was just a fantastic deck. I didn't think it was going to be that good, but the tutors and the cantrips really help make up for the lack of action that you have. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. Have a good night.